Oh, hi guys. So in this video, we're gonna talk about gutter works. So gutter works, purpose-made gutters and purpose-made gutter fittings shall be described. So you need to describe your gutters and gutter fittings and the fittings and the gutter itself. And if it is a purpose-made, it is not manufactured by the. It is a purpose-made. You bend it to become a gutters, and if you bend the plate to become a fitting, so it need to be described in your BQ. Next one is gutters and fittings. So gutters, which is measured overall gutter fittings, short running lengths and branches, shall be given in meters. Need to be in meters, stating the type and the nominal size, the size of the thickness, and also the dimension. Purpose-made gutters, gutters that you fabricate yourself, shall be so described and given separately. Need to be separated between the manufactured gutters and then purpose-made gutter. And then curved gutters shall be described, including the by stating the mean radius. You need to describe the mean radius of the curve. And joints in the running length shall be given in the description, stating the method of jointing. You need to define the method of jointing for the gutter. So as in this example of gutter, the example here use manufactured gutter. So the description on the top part is approved gutter and fittings, fixed width and including all approved jointing, fixing accessories and painting works to manufacturer's detail and architecture's approval. So the next one is the work lah, to supply and install 300 mm wide and with 2400 mm girth of thickness. This is the thickness 1.0 mm in Zinc-Alum AZ150 or other approved equivalents supported on SHS gutter support, complete with all accessories and fittings to manufacturer's detail and architect's approval. So it define the sizing, the thickness, the type of material used, and to follow manufacturer's detail, and also to get approval from the architect, which is your superintending officer in the project. For the in the project. So this is a unit meter. This is a quantity which is measured, quantified by the QS. So as you can see, the method of jointing is not mentioned, but to follow the manufacturer's detail. And the jointing is stated to be included with the gutter, as you can see, include complete with all accessories and fittings. So the description is clear, so that the tenderer know that they need to quote the price of the gutter including all the fittings and jointings. So the SMM recommends that joints of a special or ornamental character in the running length shall be enumerated as extra over the gutter in which they occur. So they recommend that joint of a special joint or special ornamental character in the gutter is to be count as, and also count as extra over. As you can see, example here doesn't have, but example of extra over can be seen here in piping. This is for rainwater down pipe. They have extra over, as you can see, extra over for band. So numbers 37 numbers of band. So the SMM specify as that, but if it is a normal joint, so it's time saving and less wording if it is joined within the description of the gutter. Gutter fittings and purpose-made gutter fittings, the fittings shall each be so described and enumerated separately as extra over the gutter in which they occur. Cutting and jointing to fitting shall be deemed to be included. So the SMM specify recommend that the fittings should be counted as enumerated as extra over, but it ups to you um to how you want to specify in the tender. But an example here, there is no extra over, so fittings is included as you can see. Fittings, fixing accessories included in the quotation. So when a contractor quote for this price, the rate and the total amount, it is assumed to be including the jointing and fitting. Next is gutter support. Standard gutter support shall be given in the description of the gutter, stating the type and spacing of the support. Now you can specify if it is you want to specify based on the spacing. You need to give a spacing and a type of gutter supports. A non-standard gutter support shall be described and enumerated. If it is a non-standard, so it need to be described. Non-standard compared to the number one. Need to specify separately, describe separately. And then particulars of the method of fixing shall be given in the description in accordance with clause Q1 5-6. You can see Q1 5-6. It need to be described if it is nailing holes. So it need to be described method of fixings, and then it is fixed to what? Number 6, describe the nature of the fixing, nature of the background. If it is bolted onto brickwork, for example, so it need to be described. But as you can see in the example here, there is no details description on the type of fixing or on the background, because the specifier, the QS specifier, that needs to follow manufacturer's detail. So if it is a spacing specified by the manufacturer is between 10 feet, so it need to be follow 10 feet. So the responsibility of detailing falls under manufacturer's detail. So it's a bit simpler, as you can see here. It starts with heading, which is describe the plumbing installation, then describe the gutter, then needs to get approval from architect, and then follow manufacturer's detail, and then goes on to specify the type of gutter. Sometimes you have two sides of gutter, so you can specify another one down here, and then along with other quantity. We can take a look at another example of gutter in the example here. As you can see, this one is from another part of gutter, which a bit simpler. Approved gutter and fittings, fixed with and including all approved jointing, fixing accessories, and paintings works to manufacturer's detail and architect's approval. So almost similar, and also same unit, but there's no extra over for fittings and joints. But just to highlight that there is a work here, verb of supply and install, and then give the size and type of material, and then the needs to follow manufacturer's detail, and also to get architect's approval. And means you need to contractor need to get approval, do material submission first before supplying. And then the supports also specify here mild steel gutter support, which in this case is measured separately. So the support is a bit special, so different compared to this one. There's no support being specified, because it is written here that gutter supports complete with all accessories and fittings to manufacturer's detail. which means in this item they need to specify all of the item with the gutter. So that will be all. Next we're going to take a look on pipe work, which goes into Q8 in your SMM2. Alright, see you next video.